I've been sent this kit to review. In all honesty, I've been sent it completely free, but I'm under no obligation to give it a good review. Obviously, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And what it is the new Teexpert Wood Burning Paste. And with the kit, you get a nice sized tub of the actual paste itself. You get 2 wood burning pens, and each pen has got a different size nib on it. These have got a larger size and a wedge nib on it, and these are smaller size with a wedge and a round tip on it. Now, in all honesty, I've never found a pen that I've used before, and I've done a video on this, where they've given good results. They always bleed and look terrible once they've been used, although I have used the actual wood burning paste before and had good results. So we'll see if this gives good results. I'm using some plywood coasters because if I like them, then I can cover them in resin and finish them off. Now, before you do this, it's always recommended to actually give it a bit of a sand first. And they do kindly give you the sandpaper first. And the reason is there may be oil or grease or something on each one of your coasters that you can't see that may affect the wood burning. And then once they've done, once you've sanded them all, just give them a wipe and get rid of some of the dust with a dry cloth. You don't want to really be putting anything wet on these. You do get instructions on how to use this on each one of the sides as well. What I would recommend is wear gloves when you're using this, just for your own personal safety, and make sure that you work in a well ventilated area. I'm working in my studio, and that is a well ventilated area. I'm now going to turn on the extraction fan, and as you can hear, that's my extraction fan going right above where I'm working. I will edit that noise out so you can't hear it for the rest of the video. And what I'm going to do is for 2 of the coasters, I'm going to use a stencil, and this is the stencil that I'm going to use on each one. So one over it like that and one over it like that. I will put some tack it over and over glue on the back of the stencil to help it stick more to this actual wood. I love this. It's brilliant for things like this. So easy to use as well. I'll link it in the description if you want to get hold of it. And this one, I'm going to use the pen, and we'll see how well that copes and works. Well, while my stencils are drying, what I'm going to do is try these pens. Now, I've already shaken them because it says to give them a really good shake to start with, and now I'm just squeezing, like we do in most of these types of pens, the actual nib to allow some of that liquid to come through. And then once the liquid's through, we then can start using it. It doesn't take too long to come through. I've already done it on the smaller ones. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to write the word large so we can see how well writing comes out. And I'm also going to do some little patterns as well. And I'm going to use both ends of the actual nib as well, because I think it's good to try both ends. The bleeding does depend on the type of wood that you've got, because it will depend on the grain. But most of my coasters are made on these plywood coaster blanks. So that's the larger of the pens, and I'm going to do something similar with this one as well. So there we go, that's that pattern. Yeah, they're nice and dry now, so I'm going to pop those on there like that and give them a bit of a push down, and then a light roll over with my roller. And now the paste I'm actually going to brush on, or dab on, using a brush. And it is quite a thick gel. I'm not wasting what's on the lid. Now, it doesn't say anywhere on this that you have to leave this to dry, which I've had to do previously with other gels. And I think if it needed to, then it would stay, but we'll see. But like I said, you will get a much better result on the hardwood as opposed to these softwoods. So make sure you put your lid back on once you've finished using it, and also keep it in a safe place. Like all our crafting materials, always keep away from children and naked flames. And now, before I do anything with this, I am going to take off the stencils, because obviously I don't want those to burn. And they should just pull off like that because of that tacket stuff that's on them. And now I'm going to use my heat resistant mat, because I also don't want to burn my mat that I've got under here, which is my cutting mat. If you haven't got one of these, do it on an old wooden tray or something, but just be careful with it. And I've got my normal heat gun, and I'm going to go over this with my normal heat gun, but keep your gun moving all the time. And you want to go over them for about 2 or 3 minutes. You don't want to keep your gun anywhere where on it too long, because what that will do is that will burn the wood. So keep the gun moving. See, it's starting to take now. Oops, my gun's knocking it over everywhere. You can see it's starting to take now. It's got the right heat. The longer you keep it on, obviously, as well, the darker it will go. Okay, I think that one's dark enough. And I'll now go on and do one of the ones with the pen. Now, I've not moved this around enough, and I've actually burnt the coaster, and that's the trouble with the white coasters. But you can sand that down a little bit once you've finished. I'll try not to do that with the next one. And I'll just carry on and do these last two, and then we can have a look at them. Well, there we go. It's now finished. And what it says is, if there's any raised bits or extra gel that maybe is stayed on there, then all you do is take a scraper, and they provide a scraper, and you scrape that off like that. Oh, yeah, you can see it's coming off. Lovely. And then you get rid of any of that soot with a cloth. And actually, I think that is marked on there quite well. I don't think I've gone over it long enough because I've got some bits that still aren't burnt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can now get those bits to go a little bit darker or not. Let's have a look. And yeah, they've darkened off again. Really, no problems whatsoever. So now we've got that done. I'm going to just go over with the scraper again and get rid of any more bits. And yeah, it's scraped that off lovely. And that has left that pattern in there really well. So if you're going to finish off these to use as a charcuterie board or a chopping board or anything like that, then I wouldn't recommend putting varnish on them. What I would recommend you doing is using a good quality wood oil for them that is food safe. But I am going to varnish these because they're coasters. I love that one. I love that pattern that's come out on that. I think it's come out really, really well. The pen hasn't come out bad at all. Obviously, my pattern isn't the best pattern in the world, but I just wanted to test it. But it doesn't seem to have smudged too much. And the circle one again has come out quite nicely. Although I did hold it too long in one space there and over darkened the wood, which I would recommend that you keep moving it around more, but it was my first time using it. I think it's a great little beginner's kit for learning how to use this type of product and to get a good burn pattern onto any wood surface that you want to use it on. Overall, it's done exactly what it said it was going to do, and I mean, to burn that in by hand would have taken me a lot longer than it took me to do that. And the pens are much better than any ones I've used before. I'm not sure if I have the other pen. Never find anything when you want it, can you? Yeah, this is the pen I used before, the Wood Scorch one, and that only has one nib on it, and that bled everywhere. The pens are definitely improved on when I used this one before. Well, I've finished varnishing in them up, and I think they've come out lovely. The pen has come out really well. I absolutely love that. I'm going to make 5 more of those and actually take them to a craft fair, see how well they sell. And the same with that. I'm going to make 5 more of those and see how well they sell as well, and put them in a little bundle of 6. I'll link everything in the description as well, so if you want to try it, then the link's below. Let me know how you get on with it as well. I'd be really interested to know. Thank you to everyone that got me a coffee last month. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I know times are hard. Every penny I get from coffees, I reinvest into making projects and things. So thank you very, very much indeed. Take care. Enjoy your crafting. Bye.